Black people can't afford to indulge rich white people's need to endlessly flagellate themselves. They just want prices to go down and good jobs and the police when you call them.
Well, if he's right, then why didn't people vote for the former prosecutor who actually had policy plans to help the working class?
Stop saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma, sorry. Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
It looks like Bill Maher has officially made it his full-time job to dismantle woke narratives. And this time, his latest target is none other than Whoopi Goldberg herself. Let's be real. Her never-ending string of cringeworthy statements since 2022 has practically made her an easy target. But Maher? Oh, he didn't just call her out. He ripped her apart, piece by piece, leaving Whoopi scrambling for cover like a cartoon character, dodging falling anvils. Now, the real question is, what exactly did Whoopi say that made Maher go? Nuclear? And why did the woke brigade completely lose their mind?
Got to get past this endless, unforgiving, zero-tolerance mindset bent on punishing and disappearing anyone caught saying the wrong thing. The right response to speech you don't like is more speech.
Over his brutal clapback. Don't worry, we've got every juicy detail, and trust me, this isn't just another celebrity spat. Strap in, because this ride, it's not some casual drive, it's a full-speed roller coaster with no brakes. Whoopi Goldberg has officially poked the bear, and now she's feeling the full force of
Black people can't afford to indulge rich white people's need to endlessly flagellate themselves. They just want prices to go down and good jobs and the police when you call them.
Well, if he's right, then why didn't people vote for the former prosecutor who actually had policy plans to help the working class?
Cold, hard truth. And trust me, it's not a pretty sight. Remember our last video when Bill Maher completely wrecked Sunny Hostin for twisting his words in a desperate attempt to score woke points? Well, it looks like the View crew isn't taking that L quietly. This time, Whoopi herself is stepping up, apparently on a mission for revenge, ready to deliver their pound of flesh. Seems like Sunny couldn't handle the heat from Maher's brutal takedown, so she called in reinforcements. And now, Whoopi Goldberg is front and center. And let's just say, she came in swinging, fired up like a contestant on a reality show that nobody even asked for. Whoopi Goldberg treats the woke playbook like it's her personal Bible. Flip to a random page, build a straw man, and go on the offensive when her argument is collapsing faster than the Titanic. Black Americans want better jobs, a stronger economy, and reasonable policing, something Bill Maher made crystal clear. Simple enough, right? But instead of engaging with that, Whoopi takes a hard left turn, suddenly rambling about electing a former prosecutor with working-class aspirations. How does that connect? It doesn't. Is there a logical thread? Of course not. It's like she's throwing darts blindfolded and praying something lands. Spoiler alert, Bill Maher wasn't having it. Tearing down statues of Lincoln, abolishing the police, none of it makes sense. Maher fired back. And let's be real, that's a pretty accurate summary of The View these days. The show has basically become the political talk show equivalent of a train wreck. Painful to watch, yet impossible to ignore. Sure, The View has always been known for its combative and, let's face it, shaky takes on just about everything. But thanks to Whoopi and Sunny Hostin, the chaos has hit all new heights. Remember when Charlemagne Tha God dared to step onto The View as a guest? You could practically see the moment he started questioning whether he had stumbled into an alternate reality. Whoopi Goldberg just made the biggest mistake of her career. She poked the bear, and now She's feeling the claws of brutal reality. And trust me, it's not pretty. Remember when Bill Maher dismantled Sonny Hostin for twisting his words? The View isn't taking that loss quietly. This time, Whoopi has stepped up, seemingly on a revenge mission. Sonny couldn't handle the heat, so she called in reinforcements. Whoopi came in hot, ready to rumble like a contestant on a reality show nobody even asked for. Following the woke playbook to the letter, Whoopi ran the usual strategy: create a straw man, go on the offensive, and hope no one notices when her argument collapses. Maher simply pointed out a fact. Black Americans want better jobs, a stable economy, and reasonable policing. Straightforward, right? Not for Whoopi. Instead, she rambled about electing a former prosecutor with working class aspirations, completely unrelated. No logic, just blindfolded darts. Maher wasn't having it. From tearing down Lincoln statues to abolishing the police, these ideas aren't just radical. They're ridiculous. And Maher didn't hold back. Brutal, but accurate. The View has always been a chaotic mess, but under Whoopi and Sonny, it's reached new heights of absurdity. The show isn't about debate. It's about pushing an agenda, shutting down opposition, and ignoring inconvenient truths. And that became painfully obvious when Charlemagne Tha appeared as a guest. President Biden, who preaches that no one is above the law, just pardoned his own son, Hunter, after corruption charges. Naturally, people were outraged. If justice is truly blind, why does Hunter walk away untouched while others face real consequences? Charlemagne pointed out the hypocrisy. If the woke crowd genuinely believes in equal justice, they should be furious. Really, Whoopi? There's video proof, audio recordings, probably cave paintings confirming Biden's hypocrisy. But sure, let's pretend reality isn't reality. Then came the real kicker. Whoopi claimed Biden might have changed his stance because he was tired of seeing people get away with crimes. Charlemagne was stunned into silence. This is the problem with the woke mob. It's not just selective outrage, it's blatant hypocrisy. They'll condemn crimes when it benefits them, but when one of their own is guilty, suddenly they have amnesia. Whoopi got away with her mental gymnastics on The View, but once Bill Maher caught wind of it, he essentially said, and what followed was one of the most savage takedowns in recent history. Maher exposed how the woke crowd loves to present themselves as moral authorities while ignoring their own double standards. Hunter was guilty, plain and simple. Yet instead of facing real consequences, he walked free. Had it been anyone else, the outrage machine would be in full swing. But because it's one of their own, favoritism wins over justice. And Maher wasn't done. He pointed out what the media refuses to admit. They buried the Hunter Biden story before the election to protect Joe Biden's chances. Even left-leaning journalists have since admitted it. But Whoopi, ever the loyal foot soldier, denied it. Actually, Whoopi, we do, and Maher made sure to expose it. That's the problem with The View. It's not a debate. It's a dictatorship. Whoopi and her panel don't engage in discussions. They bulldoze opposition with condescension and dismissive sneers. His takedown wasn't just satisfying, it was necessary. More Americans are waking up. They're tired of being guilt-tripped for having common sense, tired of being labeled villains for questioning the woke narrative, and tired of seeing blatant hypocrisy go unchecked. Maher, armed with sharp wit and unflinching logic, dismantled The View's hollow arguments, piece by piece. Watching it unfold was like watching a master artist at work, Picasso with a verbal paintbrush. And for those wondering if Whoopi got the last laugh, think again. Her attempt to attack Maher backfired spectacularly, and in a twist of irony, she ended up getting yanked from The View right after going after him. Karma? Maybe. Either way, it's pure comedic gold. Maher didn't just put the final nail in Whoopi Goldberg's credibility. He built the whole coffin and laughed while doing it. She tried to attack him for daring to think independently, and it blew up in her face. And the best part? This takedown wasn't just hilarious. It was a wake-up call. For too long, Whoopi and The View have gotten away with shutting down real discussions. But Americans are catching on. They're done being silenced. And thanks to voices like Maher's, the truth is finally cutting through the noise. What do you think? Was Maher right to call out The View's hypocrisy? Watch the full segment and decide for yourself. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more hard-hitting analysis. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Stay tuned.